All right, what's happening, everybody? Welcome to GSR Gonzo Sports Room. I'm Gonzo, joined by Big Glenn, Justin Terrell, and OG Tony. How's it going, guys?
Doing fantastic, man. It was a great weekend. Great night at the Fever Drop party last night and everything else. So,
Yeah, it was a great sports weekend, and let's jump right into it. Chris, I did watch, not a lot of it, I'll be honest with you. I started at about 2 and watched for about 30, 40 minutes, and then I left, and then I come back and watched the last hour of it, of the Masters. So I did watch the Masters because I said I would. Uh, but I missed NASCAR. It was already over uh, by the time I tried to check it out, so I did miss NASCAR this week. Masters was good. Masters was good. McElroy winning back to back. That's pretty awesome. Chris, your thoughts on Rory McIlroy and the Masters?
Masters, in my opinion, was great, like always. I don't know if there's a better watch, really. I know a lot of people say, "Oh, how can you watch golf?" I know a lot of my friends, "How you watch golf? It's boring," but there is nothing boring about watching the Masters. I'm hoping Dad enjoyed it because, like I said, it's especially if you watched it on Sunday, and especially when you get Sunday afternoon when them guys get on the back nine, and like this year you had 5, 6 guys all right there that could win it, and you had Scheffler making a push and getting up there, and if he barely missed that putter, they could have been tied and had to play a playoff hole. It looked like at first. It looked like the weekend might be kind of a wash because McIlroy got off to a hot start on Thursday and Friday. It was 12 under, had a 6-shot lead going in the weekend. Then Saturday he shot, if I remember right, 1 over and was tied.
One day, didn't Rose have a real good day?
Yes, Rose had a real good day on Saturday, and then he was in contention there on Sunday, but kind of fell off at the end. But McIlroy struggled Saturday, ended up tied at -11 after Saturday, and then Sunday he got off to a slow start. Really, what's scary is he just repeated as master champion, and he didn't play close to his best golf. If you looked, he only hit like 3 or 4 fairways all weekend, or not all weekend, all 4 days. Like he was always in the rough somewhere, having to scramble, and he didn't play his best golf and still able to win it. But yeah, I love that's something I watch every year. I try to watch as much as I can all 4 days, but always at least I always watch on Sunday. But I usually get to watch. I watched a lot Saturday and Sunday this year. Watched a little bit Friday. I didn't get to watch much of it on Thursday, but I watched pretty much all of it Saturday and Sunday. And
I watched about
when everybody's around the 18th hole, and then the other great thing I think about the Masters is like afterwards, the ceremony thing. Like when he walked down the tunnel of all the people and the players, and he comes back out to get they do it right down there. I'll give them that. It's always seems like every year somehow it kind of almost outdoes the year before.
Well, I watched about 30 minutes on Friday and about 30 minutes on Saturday just to kind of see who was where, that type of thing. And then, like I said, I probably watched maybe an hour and a half, 2 hours total on Sunday. So
I was hoping Cameron Young was going to pull it out was what I was hoping, but it looked like he might. And then he had some struggles. It was that course got that wind on Sunday was giving them guys some fits there.
Chris, for a beginner like me watching golf, what would be if you was going to suggest the next tournament for me to watch, what would it be?
It'd be the next major. I'd have to look to see what it is. It'd be either the Open or either U.S. Open or the Open because they already had they just had the Players Championship.
Okay. Now, is the British Open still pretty big?
Well, they just call it the Open now.
The Open now? Okay.
Yeah, it's still real big. Yeah, it's just called the Open, and then you have the U.S. Open.
Okay.
But yeah, the majors are all real good because that's when you get all the top golfers playing.
Okay. Justin, you got any thoughts on the Masters?
I watched a little bit of the Sundays. I had that, and I think I had NASCAR on.
I know you just get excited about Rory McIlroy. I'll tell you that much.
Oh, and it wasn't so much Rory McIlroy. It was just the swing. It's that.
Yeah.
Real good ones. Those real good ones. Oh, it got me every time. No, I really liked the Masters, and like I said, like Chris said, going toward the last hour or so, like you had 3 or 4 guys that could have easily been up there and kept McIlroy up. I think that the cool stat that I heard mention, like, yeah, McIlroy had that slow start on Sunday, but on Sunday I think he ended the day Sunday with like 10 under or something like that. Like he was like on it. And but kudos to him. Like going back to back, he's the 4th guy to ever do it. The first guy in 20 years. So I thought that was pretty cool. But yeah, the Masters was definitely pretty cool to watch. I wish I would have got the chance to get, and when I got to go down to Fort Gordon and train during my time in the Army, I wish I would have got to go down there when I was at Fort Gordon to watch.
Okay. And Big Lynn, you got any thoughts on the Masters?
Not really. I'm not much of a golf guy, honestly.
Okay, it's fair.
You want them golf is boring guys?
Kinda, but the games are fun.
Okay. All right, guys. Let's move on to some UFC, and UFC was a pretty exciting card. Ended up being. Looking at it on paper, I think some people had mixed feelings. You know, it's going to be decent. I think it performed pretty well. So, Chris, I know you watched a lot of the UFC. That main event was something else. If you didn't get to check it out, get a video up and check that out because it was pretty amazing. Why don't you tell us about the UFC, Chris?
It actually ended up being one of the better UFCs in a while. The last three fights on that card were outstanding, and that's not really saying that the other fights were bad. I watched all the main card. I might have seen like one prelim. I didn't watch a lot of the prelims, but I watched all the main card. But you go the first fight. I want to talk about the heavyweight fight. It might be the best heavyweight fight I've watched. Like these guys just beat the shit out of each other. They were throwing the output of like 135, 145 pound guys at heavyweight for all 3 rounds. It was just, but Blades and Hokett, and Hokett got the win. And with that win, he's going to be on the White House card against the Black Beast Derek Lewis. That match got made by Donald Trump and Joe Rogan as the UFC show was going on. They were sitting cage tied, and Trump asked Dana White, "Say, hey, why isn't Black Beast on the White House card?" So Dana got up, went in the back, called Derek Lewis, and asked him if he wanted to fight. He goes, "Yeah, I want to fight on the White House card." And then when Hoke had won, Joe Rogan said, "Well, we need to see more of him. We need to find a way to get him on the White House card." So Dana went into the locker room, asked Hoke if he wanted to fight Lewis at the White House, and boom, they made it happen. So that was kind of something you don't see a whole lot, especially on UFC, a fight getting made mid card. So that was different. But yeah, that was an awesome fight. Like I'd recommend if you have Paramount Plus, you can go back and watch the show because all the UFC stuff's on there now. Definitely go back and watch that fight. Like them 2 guys beat the hell. Like the last 3 fights of this card are definitely worth going back and watch. Co-main event, Paulo Costa was fighting that Mascaranov, Osmat Mascaranov. That was a good fight. Paulo Costa looked like the Paulo Costa of old. He looked scary at 205. He was big at light heavyweight. He used to fight 180. He was cutting down all the way to 185 before. I don't know how he was ever making it. And then main event, I saw some of the wildest shit I'd ever seen. Like first round, Olberg and Prochaska are exchanging. Olberg makes a move, and his leg, you see his leg just give out. And to me, I thought it looked like Achilles popped. But some people are saying ACL, but whatever it was, this dude could stand up. But other than that, that's about it. He couldn't if he tried to put any weight on that foot on that leg, he would fall. If he tried to move real quick, he would fall. And Prochaska, instead of taking advantage of it, stayed right there, right there in range, and Olberg knocked his ass out with a left hook on one leg, basically, and won the championship. Bad thing is, he might not even get a chance to defend the championship because he's probably going to be out for a while with that injury. But man, that dude has some power because Prochaska's a big dude, and he knocked his ass out basically on one leg.
Yeah, it looked like an Achilles to me. It didn't look like a.
You could see it pop. You could see that leg flex. It was nasty.
Yeah, it didn't look like it was in the knee. So yeah, it was crazy. I seen that fight. It was nuts. So UFC definitely performed pretty well this weekend. You guys got any thoughts on UFC before we move on?
I do not.
And
I do not as well. My buddy Tukey gave me his Paramount Plus account to watch, and I forgot to type it in. So that's on me.
Okay.
I would definitely recommend going and watching them 3 fights. They're worth it.
Yep. All right, guys, let's move on to Big Glenn and some NASCAR. Tell us about this big NASCAR race at Bristol, Big Glenn.
Well, I'll do what I usually do. We'll start from Friday, work all the way to Sunday. But before we start that, I want to say that I saw the crowd attendance visual from over the weekend. They need to move. Bristol needs to lose the spring date, and I think Nashville Fairgrounds, if they can get that worked out with their local government there, that should be where it is, because the Bristol Spring Race doesn't attract people like it used to. But obviously, Bristol, when you think Bristol, you think that Bristol not racing the fall. But anyways, we had the track race on Friday. One of my guys, Christopher Bell, won that on Friday. We had another guy, another one of my favorites, Connor Zulich, won the Xfinity race on Saturday. Then we got a first-time winner in the Cup Series that won on Sunday, and that being Ty Gibbs, grandson of the legendary NFL coach Joe Gibbs.
Yeah, he did.
And not just owner, or not just football coach Joe Gibbs. You got to remember, he's NASCAR owner Joe Gibbs too.
Oh yeah, I know.
Where my boy Kyle finish? Kyle Busch.
Somewhere in the back.
Damn it!
Now, let me ask you this: wasn't Gibbs in racing and left racing, went to the NFL, and came back to racing? And then
pretty much. His team
was in the NFL first. Left NFL
I think he was in the NFL first, got into NASCAR, and then went
back to coaching.
But he was doing he was basically doing the same, both of them at the same time.
Yeah, he was doing it at the same time. It was crazy because it was like mid 2000s,
Yeah, and then when he left the NFL, he just went back to NASCAR full time.
Yeah, pretty much, and that's been where he's been ever since. And he's pretty much the second best team in NASCAR behind Hendrick, obviously. So,
okay. So pretty good race on Sunday.
It was one of the better spring races in recent years. I don't think it was better than the tire stuff from 2024, but it's been one of the better ones. But Bristol needs to lose that spring date, and they just need to keep their fall date because that's what draws the crowd out and stuff. So
they just need to get Kyle Busch to win it.
Yeah, that wouldn't be too bad, but I think his equipment ain't where it needs to be. I think if he wants to win another race in NASCAR, he's going to have to go to another team. So
he just wait. He's going to be in Hendricks.
It wouldn't surprise me. He'll be taking over the 48.
Hey, Big Glenn, didn't WWE have a car?
Yes, Bubba Wallace's WrestleMania Vegas car.
No.
Yeah, they put it on Bubba Wallace's car.
No.
The car looked great, though. I'll say that.
The car might look great, but I would much rather it be on Kyle Busch's.
Yeah.
They're trying to pick somebody that has a chance of winning.
Chase Taylor did not have a great day.
Hold on. You want to? If you're gonna put it on somebody who has a chance of winning, don't put it on Bubba Wallace's.
Well, he's won a race this year, didn't he?
I would pick on
One
Tyler
right
Reddick
this year.
or Larson's.
Yeah. All right, guys. Let's move on. Big Lynn, let's move on to some WNBA. What do you think of the draft? What do you think what's going on with the Fever? What do you think? Who was the big winner of the draft? That type of stuff.
I'll tell you who the big winner is, and it's not any team from W. It's the UCLA Lady Bruins. They set the record last night. They had all five of their starters get drafted in the first round, and reset the previous record of I think 4 from the year that Sue Bird got drafted into the W with Swing Cash and those ladies, which I think that's 2001 or 2002. It's one of those 2 years. Anyway, as far as the winners of the WNBA, I would say probably the Mystics drafting Lauren Betts at 4. Fever getting Raven Johnson at 10, despite some of the Caitlin fans' reactions. They was going off last night on social media about the pick because of what happened in the national championship about 3 years ago with Caitlin waving her off and stuff like that. Making something out of nothing, but that's something new. I would hope at the end of the day they would take their ashwagandha and chill the hell out.
So they had an altercation, I assume, 3 years ago.
Not really allocation. Just
Didn't Caitlin just hit a shot as her way on her way down the court, was kind of doing like the John Cena?
Yeah, and the waved her off on defense.
It wouldn't, it wasn't nothing like.
It's nothing egregious. It's just being competitive at the end of the day. But some of her fans just take stuff to a whole nother level. It's actually kind of entertaining, because I'm gonna mess with them somewhat this summer when they get crazy like that. That's why I posted the MJF thing last night before I went to bed. So
did you like the pick, Raven Johnson? I heard a lot of people.
Oh, absolutely. It's gonna be granted with our depth. It's gonna be hard for her to try to make the team, but if she makes the team, she will be a great defensive piece at the end of the bench.
Well, I heard that they were excited that they didn't think she would.
They were. All the real fans in that way were pretty happy about last night. So
okay. And I know you've already said you think the Fever's got a pretty good shot.
Yeah, I saw the early betting odds. I think it was yesterday early afternoon. I think Fever was like number 2, just behind.
Yeah,
Aces,
they're the second favorite to win it.
Now, Big Lynn, did the Dream trade the one player? I mean,
they got Angel Reese.
They got Reese, but I've been hearing rumors that they were going to trade the other player that they had. Is it Griner?
Oh yeah, they did trade. She went and signed with Connecticut Sun. Connecticut Sun's about to be relocated to Houston and come back as the Houston Comets and stuff. So Griner's from Texas, so she's pretty much getting the rocking chair in that way already.
Okay, so they're gonna have men on the team, huh?
Well, I don't know about
that. I'm sure she's not a man, but man, she does look manly a little bit.
A very good player. Honestly, I feel like since she's come back from Russia and the detainment ordeal, she hasn't been the same. But when you're locked up like that, it kind of will mess with you in that way. So, one of the top players of all time in the W, though.
Yeah, it should be an interesting season. I'm gonna try to watch more games. I watched 3 or 4 last year. Maybe I can get up to about 9 or 10.
Yeah. Yes. Well, especially with us having more teams, there'll be more games on TV. So.
Yeah. All right, guys. Chris, did you have a take on what's going on in WNBA and with the pick that the Fever took?
No, not really. I haven't really paid a whole lot of attention to the WNBA yet. I knew that they got the collective bargaining done and all that.
That shit drive me nuts.
With the draft, all I know is that I'd heard that a lot of people thought the Fever got a real good pick at 10. I remember the stuff that Glenn's talking about. I remember when that happened back when I was watching Clark at Iowa. But to me, with the Fever, is Clark going to be able to be healthy this year? And I think she will be. I think last year is going to be a big blessing in disguise for her because the way that schedule works out, she basically played for like like a year and a half, 2 years straight without a break because you win the national championship, and then like a week and a half later, she was on the Indiana Fever, getting ready to play.
Plus,
now her
yeah.
body. This is the first time her body finally has probably got to actually rest and get fully healed up in a while. So I'm looking forward to have a real big year. She looked good in the USA basketball stuff.
Won MVP.
I mean, she was killing that. So I look forward to have a big year this year, and I think Fever have a real good chance of winning it.
Yeah, when some of this money hits from obviously, resale, I am going to put $21 or $20.12 down for Fever to win the championship. Obviously, 2012 was the last time we won, so I'm going to put $20.12.
We'll put 212.
Well, that would be too much. I'll rather use that $180 more for something else.
Okay. All right, guys. Let's move on to some Major League Baseball. Man, so far, and of course, it's very early in the season, guy. We ain't played 20 games yet, so. But it's been a weird start. The Braves, as a team, it's played pretty good so far. Last year, remember, they got off to a horrendous start and never really got back into it. But they're leading their division right now. The Reds are leading their division right now at 10-7. Well, tied with the Pirates at 10-7. The Reds with a big win today. We didn't have a good weekend. We didn't have the last 4 or 5 games. We didn't play real well, but we didn't play great today either. But we not hitting the ball. We got to start hitting the ball, but the pitching did step up today, so that's a good thing. The lowly Cubs are 8-9 and last place in the division. Justin, what's with that?
Yep. Hey, it's all right. Our bats are starting to get warmed up. Our bats starting to get warmed up. We just beat the Phillies tonight 10-4. We had 15 hits on 10 runs. So it's coming. It's coming.
Don't look now that National League Central is one of the best divisions in baseball. All of a sudden,
Yep.
I mean,
Justin,
you only have one team with a losing record in the Central. That's the Cubs right now, but they're only by one game.
Yeah. Didn't you guys lose a pretty good pitcher though?
Yeah, we lost our ace.
That's what I thought.
That ain't good.
I think he's having Tommy John.
Oh, yep. He's done. That's done for the year.
Yep. And the Dodgers, of course, 12-4. Padres got off to a slow start, but they 8-2 in their last 10. They're 10-6, so their division seems to be coming back a little bit. So, Marlins a scrappy team, guys. A team that I think everybody needs to keep an eye on. They could be a surprise this year. Over in the American League, guys, the Rays are leading that division with an 8-7 record. Well, I guess it's a tie. Orioles are 9-8. The Yankees are also 9-8, so a 3-way tie basically for that league. Blue Jays off to a slow start, 6-9. Twins 11-7 leading that division in the American League Central, and in the West we right now got the Rangers at 9-7, Angels 9-9, Athletics 8-8. The Athletics is playing the Rangers right now and just took a 2-1 lead on them. Athletics not looking too bad. I did watch a lot of the Mariners in Houston Monday and watched the Mariners 4-game sweep the Astros. So that's always a good pleasant thing to watch. So Astros struggling 6-11, one of the worst teams in baseball right now. With the White Sox 6-10, so they're right there with the White Sox right now. I know somebody that we know is not upset about that though. No, he's all right.
And so far, I know it's early in the year, but so far the National League is looking better than the American League.
Yep.
American League, you got a lot of teams right around 500, or you got like 7 teams with losing records. There's only like 4 or 5 teams in the National League with a losing record, and right now the National League is looking a little bit a little tougher than the American League. I know it's still early, but
one thing I did notice, Chris, that you said, not in the Reds case, but you said early on that the pitchers kind of had an advantage because the batters are having trouble catching up. The batters are catching up other than the Reds. I've noticed, man, the scores are been crazy. I mean, a lot of teams are really starting to hit the ball right now.
Yesterday was crazy, man. Like you had Judge and Trout hitting home runs. That game, that Yankees Angels game, what was like 12-11 or something like that. It was correct. There was a lot of runs scored yesterday.
Was that the same game the freaking Shane McMahon was there with his phone? I think
he
so.
was at the Yankee game.
Might have
He was
been.
at the Yankee game. Yeah.
Yeah, there was a lot of scoring in Major League Baseball yesterday. But yeah, it seemed like you're starting to see some of the batters start to catch up with the pitching. Hopefully the Reds get going. Right now, Dela Cruz and Sal Stewart are both hitting the ball good, real good for us. But we got to get some other guys more consistent.
Okay. Well, guys, let's move to some NBA play-in action. I did just see that I did see the Hornets beat the Heat 127 to 126 at overtime. So, Chris, do you know what matchup that was? Was that the 9-10 or 7-8?
I think it's the 9-10.
The 9-10, I believe.
I could be wrong. I'll let Gonzo look it up.
I think it is a 9-10. Because I think the other play-in was
that was the
Magic.
Hornets Heat was 9-10.
Yep. Okay. And then the other game,
the loser of the Sixers and the Magic.
Okay. And they play tomorrow, the Sixers and the Magic do. Another game going on right now, the Suns is up 29-23 on the Trail Blazers. I think that's the 7-8 game for the Western Conference, I believe.
Yes.
Yeah, because the Warriors and Clippers are 9-10, and the Warriors play tomorrow.
So the winner of that game is in the playoffs. The loser will play the winner of the Clippers and Warriors.
I tell you what, even though Curry might be getting a little bit old on the downside of his career, I would not want to be a young team going up against him and the if they end up winning their 9-10 game, obviously. So,
do you guys think the Lakers have any kind of chance against the Rockets in this series without
not with the injuries?
With the
shit.
Right now it might be old man LeBron trying to carry him through the series.
Nah, not with the injuries they got.
Maybe if it's 2017.
If there was only one guy out, maybe. But with both guys being out, I don't see it. Even though the Rockets are the worst scoring team in the fourth quarter, they shut down in the fourth quarter and they don't score well.
What do you think, Justin? You think Lakers have any shot?
No, I do not.
I tell you what,
I give the Pacers a better shot against the freaking Rockets than I would freaking the Lakers.
I don't know about all that.
I'm not saying the Hornets are going to go on a deep run, but the Hornets are a team that if they win this next game and get in the playoffs, they could be they're a dangerous team. Like they're not a bad team, and if they're hitting, especially if they get to where they're hitting their threes, they could be a tough matchup for a team.
So let me ask you guys: tomorrow we'll have the Magic and 76ers. Chris, who you think wins that game? You think the Magic or the 76ers?
Man, I think we'll go with the 76ers.
Okay. So if the 76ers win, that means the Magic would play the Hornets, correct?
Correct.
Yes.
No way, no. The loser would play the Hornets.
Yeah.
Yeah. If the Magic won, the 76ers lost.
Yeah.
Okay. And so also tomorrow we got the Warriors and the Clippers. Like I said, right now the Suns are defeating the Trailblazers only by a couple points in the first quarter, so still a long way to go. I might turn over and watch that after we get off there.
Hey, did you guys see the stuff with Tyrese Halliburton with the shingles?
Yeah, I saw that. People kind of
shingles for like 2 months.
Yeah, he said it's the worst part of it too because it's messing with the nerves and stuff.
The what is it now?
Shingles.
Oh, yeah. I heard he did. That's right. I did hear he have shingles. That's some painful stuff, man. I know a lot of people don't think young people can get it, but you can.
It's becoming
My
more often common or whatever.
I had a son-in-law get it 7, 8, 9, 10 years ago, and it was rough, man. And the medicine for it, expensive as hell. And at that time, he didn't have good insurance. I mean, the medicine for it, they went like $500-$600 for the cream.
Yeah,
It was rough.
he said that he would have been back playing 5-on-5 sooner, but if it wouldn't been for the shingles, and then they thought it would went away. He was over it, and then it came back. Came back. So
I know that now they claim that if you're over 50 or 55, that you should get the shingle shot. I've never got it. I've never liked flu shots. I did get the COVID shot. The only reason I did because my wife asked me to. I wouldn't. I didn't plan on getting it because I don't like shots. I'm just being honest. She had to get it because she worked at the hospital. So and she asked me to do it, so I did.
On to the play-in stuff. My picks will be the Magic tomorrow, and obviously Golden State. But as far as the Magic is concerned, they're gonna be playing that song that they play when they win. You know, it's
Okay.
it's kind of like Orlando Magic. Whoa, you know. It's pretty cool. If you follow their social media, you know what I'm talking about. It's pretty cool.
Oh, it's maybe one of the last shows with Glenn. One of the last show that we did with Jay, he sung.
It won't be.
And it was our last show.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Okay, I'm gonna be here for a while, so you guys got nothing to worry about.
Okay, they got nothing to worry about. Okay. All right, guys. You guys got anything you want to talk about in sports before we move on to true or not true?
Oh yeah. I'm gonna make a wrestling reference here. You know how they Liv Morgan did that song called "I'm Trouble" or whatever the fuck.
Trouble.
When it comes to WrestleMania Sunday, she gonna be trouble, all right. Courtesy of Stephanie if I care.
A lot of people are picking her to win.
Yeah, I know.
Liv.
I couldn't believe they done a whole goddamn music video.
Yeah,
people were hyping out that for some weird reason. I'm like, it's gonna be something stupid.
People
when it first started, I wasn't paying attention. Like, oh, it's gonna be a promo, and then next time I was like, wait a minute, this is a whole fucking music video. What the hell?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Hey, believe it or not, Chris, your mom liked it. She said that's pretty good.
Oh really?
Okay. She liked it. She likes pop.
It's a solid song.
And speaking of WWE, I know I mentioned our group chat earlier, but I'm going to check out that WWE club, provided that it's not a crazy cost. I saw somewhere that was going to be like $23 a month or something like that, which that's in my wheelhouse. I can do that. I think if they go above 35, I probably wouldn't even fuck with it. So,
okay. Well, I'm definitely looking forward to WrestleMania. So,
you already know I am.
Yeah, most definitely. I don't think the build has been near as bad as what people say, but you know how the internet is.
Yeah. Shit.
Guys,
I don't know if anybody that didn't think Raw was good last night is just hating. In my opinion, if you watch that show last night without wanting not to like it, if you just watched it and gave it a fair chance, there's no way you could think that was a bad show. Like that was.
It sounded good from start to finish.
Yeah, I just want people to be fair. I mean, I watched TNA's pay-per-view, and then I watched Dave Meltzer and his sidekick review and talk about how horrible this show was. And it was a really entertaining show. I really enjoyed it. I liked it better than I did AEW show on Sunday. But I thought AEW show was good. I give AEW show like about an 8, and I give TNA about an 8. But I thought TNA, I was more entertained by TNA. It's just the style that they do. They did have a lot of stuff where a lot of interference and a lot of that stuff. But people got to understand they got to do a lot of bells and whistles because guys, they don't have a lot of star power. They don't have a lot of big stars. They do a lot of storytelling and they do a lot of bells and whistles because they don't have much.
Yep, a lot of NXT, a lot of former NXT talent, you know, and
or older talent, or older
yeah,
talent. You know, they got some older guys there.
absolutely.
So they got bells and what's. I mean, you could take TNA's whole roster, and John Moxley makes more than their whole roster does.
Yep.
Perfect example. John Moxley makes more than all the NXT roster does.
Hey, there's a reason why all the people, a lot of the people you see on TNA are having auctions on whatnot to get rid of their stuff, you know, because they ain't making a whole lot of money.
They don't make a lot of money. No, they do not.
Was AEW as long as it looked on paper?
It was long. It was
Yeah,
got
I
over
figured
about 12, 20. Started
I saw
at
houses.
yeah.
Yeah,
If
I
you
will say I
watch the
saw house
pre-show-
video and stuff. I was like, yeah, it looks like it's gonna be a long one.
If it was a pre-show with the pre-show and everything, it was 5 hours and 20 minutes. So I
Oh,
didn't
shit.
really pay attention to the pre-show, but it was a good show. It was a good show. They didn't have a lot of the crazy stuff with the needles in the mouth and all that stuff. I thought it was a solid show. I enjoyed it. Chris Jericho had a good match. I enjoyed it.
Been to a couple 5-hour shows.
Yeah, we have been.
Yeah, I remember you guys talk about that one, or one of them at least.
Had one of our Gonzo Sports Room partners last show. He never came back after that show. I thought that was the day before the Super Bowl, and I didn't know if we was going to be done in time to watch the Super Bowl the way it was going. All right, guys, let's go into true or not true. And I'm asking this question because I don't know a lot about golf and see what you guys think. Rory McIlroy, is he right now one of the top 5 greatest golfers of all time? Chris.
Oh, I don't know if I'd have him in top 5 yet. I think he's definitely top 10. Thinking off the top of my head real quick. I would say not. I would say not true. I wouldn't have him in the top 5 yet.
Okay. All right. What do you think, Justin Terrell?
I would say not true. I would agree with Chris. I don't think he's there yet. Now, if he three-peats or get another all majors championship or Grand Slam, whatever you want to call it, I think then maybe, but right now, no.
It's hard for me because I remember a lot of the old golfers like Lee Trevino and Jack.
See, I'd have
Wait,
Nicholas and Wood.
Palmer.
Yeah, them guys. See, I'd have them guys that I would have him. I think he's in top 10.
Okay. What do you think about Big Glenn?
I would say not true, but he is right knocking on the door right there.
Yeah, I think that's fair. Okay, guys. Question number 2. OKC Thunder going back-to-back NBA titles this year. What do you think, Chris? True or not true?
Not true. Or wait a minute. Yeah, not true. Because I think the champion is coming out of the East, and it's going to be the Boston Celtics.
Okay. Another big guy. I think I know Big Glenn's answer here. Big Glenn, what do you think?
Yeah, you know my answer, and I was going to jump the line like I do sometimes to give you my answer, but I wanted to let Gonzo go.
No,
it was going to be a hell no, and I was going to pick the Spurs.
Beginning of the season, I really thought they were going to repeat, and they still got a hell of a shot. I think they're fairly healthy, getting healthy again, so they got a hell of a shot, man. It's not going to be easy to put them out, but I think San Antonio Spurs is going to get them.
Yeah, they're going to get them again, like they've done all year.
And you can't count out Denver if Denver's healthy. So yeah, I'm going to say no. And Chris he's riding with the Celtics. So I've noticed, Chris, if you notice, a lot of people are thinking the Pistons. There's some people picking the Pistons losing the first round.
Yeah, I don't get that either. I don't think the Pistons will lose in the first round. But yeah, I've saw that are picking against them.
They might pull a Cleveland last year and get it out in the second round. Whoever they would go up against, I think that's more likely a possibility than losing in the first round.
Yeah,
I think there's a good possibility the champion's going to come out of the East. I think it's going. I just think it's going to be Boston. But for one, you got a little easier path in the East this year because of injuries and stuff. And these teams in the West, these early rounds of the playoffs are going to beat up on each other. And I think if Celtics get through the East, they might come into the championship a little healthier than the Spurs or OKC or whoever comes out of the West.
Okay. What do you think, Mr. Terrell?
I agree with Chris again. I think Boston's going to win it, but I don't think.
Okay.
I don't think Thunder are going to repeat. I think if they make it to the finals, they're going to go 7 games with this. They're going to go 7 games with the Spurs. But
Okay.
I think this, regardless, that series can go back and forth, and I think regardless, that'll probably be a 7-game series anyway.
Okay, question number 3. I'm interested in what you guys got to say on this one. Worldwide, the WWE is more popular than Major League Baseball. True or not true? Chris.
I know that one's gonna break his heart because he's a big baseball fan.
I'm a fan of both, but I'm gonna say not true because WWE's global, but baseball's global as well.
True.
And look how big baseball is in Japan. Baseball is just as big in Japan, if not bigger than the United States. I think it's probably close, but I'm gonna go with not true.
Okay. Big Glenn.
I think it's true. I know we got they're filling up the stands over in the Tokyo Dome or wherever it is they play those games over in Japan. But when WWE goes overseas, it is a freaking frenzy atmosphere. Whether it be like Belgium Raw, it just everywhere they go. I think the only one that is kind of questionable is obviously the Saudi shows because you can't really tell if they're into it or if they got butts in the seats, But I'd say WWE has the advantage as far as popularity, but not by a whole lot.
Yeah, I think it's really close. I think India, of course, big WWE in India, Italy. I'm going to say it's true, but I think it's really close.
Tony. If you got speaking of Italy, Tony, if you got $15,000, you can go to Clash to Italy, have a ringside seat, and make pasta with the superstars.
Should make pasta. That's what I want to do. Make pasta with Liv Morgan.
I would be bad.
I bet you do.
Let's see if Justin keeps giving smart answers and agrees with me again.
Okay.
I can't say that I do agree with you, but I kind of do agree with you. I mean, baseball, it's very close. Baseball is a very global game. I mean, you look at it; it's in the Olympics. It's an Olympic game. But as far as star power and being able to draw fans and connect fans more, I think that's where WWE is, because I listened to Joe Trestator. Joe Trestator. I think that his name's always hard to pronounce. But he was on I think it was First Take, and they asked him who that he would put Stephen A. Smith with if Stephen A. Smith was a manager, and everybody was naming off all these names, and Joe Trestator was like, I think Stephen A. could go toe to toe with Paul Heyman, and I honestly think he needs to be with a guy who doesn't really need to talk, but needs somebody but just a mouthpiece. And goes, that's the beauty, is like everybody has these stars and these stories, but WWE is able to do it on a weekly basis. So, I mean, yes, as far as star power globally, WWE is probably more popular, but I think at the same time, no, it's not.
I could tell you who Stephen A. could manage, and we got a view of this a couple years ago at Madison Square Garden. Stephen A. Smith can be Jalen Brunson's manager, and I can be Tyrese's manager,
Yeah.
and we can have that match at SummerSlam in Indy.
Okay. Have a mixed tag. Stephen A.
Yeah.
Smith, whoop your ass.
Nobody
No,
wants to see-
I'll grab a chair.
You guys
Nobody
gonna have a
wants to
tag
see-
team match, player, and you're gonna go. Well, and then after that, if you win, you're gonna go one-on-one with the Undertaker.
Let me
Nobody
ask you
wants to
this.
see Stephen A. Smith in WWE.
No. I'd go run for president. Nobody wants to see that either. Let me ask you this. Do you think if WWE is more popular than the big three sports, do you think baseball would be the closest one over the NBA and football? Or do you think maybe WWE might have a better chance against one of them other ones? I picked baseball because I thought they had a better chance in baseball than they did NBA. But then again, NBA's TV rating wise is not that popular.
I mean,
But they're
star
pretty
power-
global. Pretty
NFL
global.
would
too.
be the one that'd be hard.
I don't know. I think WWE is more popular than NFL. I mean, you look at the NFL and it's more popular nationally. Now you're slowly getting American football. And now you're starting to get that globally. Like now you're starting to see other countries starting to develop the game of American football, and now you're starting to. They're trying to get it. I think it's starting to come into Olympic sports. I don't know if it's going to be in the 28 games. I know flag football is. So it's the popularity of football, American football. It's slowly growing. But star power wise, if I had to put anything close to WWE as far as star power wise, it'd be the NBA. And even then, it'd still be close to say globally is the WWE bigger than the NBA because really, yes, the ratings aren't that great, but still, I mean, you look at basketball is a year-round sport. You can play in every country plays basketball. But you don't know if every country has shows or professional wrestling companies. So it's one of those things. It could go either way. It's a double-edged sword.
Chris, let me ask you this. It's interesting because NBA is getting more popular, basketball is getting more popular, but really as far as places playing it, there's probably more places that play baseball. Do you think maybe than basketball?
Oh, that'd be
I
interesting.
don't know.
That'd be interesting because both of them are played everywhere. So that would be.
You bring soccer in.
It's close because
Yes.
both like baseball and basketball is played. It seems like everywhere.
Right.
You bring soccer like World Cup styles of soccer into this, then
But like it's okay,
because-
for example, like Korea. I know Korea's got basketball leagues. I know they got baseball leagues. I would think baseball is more popular in Korea than basketball. What would you think?
I would agree with that. Yeah, I would agree.
Yeah.
Baseball is more popular than basketball.
baseball. Japan, I think baseball is still more popular, even though
I would say-
basketball is getting.
Yeah, I would still say Japan. The only country I would say maybe basketball is more popular than baseball would be China, only because you had Yao Ming and you had Jeremy Lin, so you had these couple of these NBA stars coming from Chinese descent or coming from China into the NBA.
or on the way out of the NBA and going over to China and playing a good amount, like Stephon Marbury and those guys.
And the thing that helps WWE so much is their use of social media and also the way they promote. I mean, that's one thing baseball's always have suffered. Never been really good at promotion. Maybe a little bit better now, but they've never been great, as good as the NBA or NFL.
They're doing better now than what they used to, but they used to be terrible. At least now you actually see some baseball guys on shows and out there you saw baseball. Look how much Major League Baseball has done with Pat McAfee over the last couple months during that World Baseball Classic right before opening day. They had Pat down there at the World Baseball Classic and at the practice. Some of that stuff. I mean, you can see they're trying to get themselves out there a little more of the mainstream stuff over the last couple of years. I think you've seen Major League Baseball get a lot smarter with their marketing.
Yeah, the World Baseball Classic definitely helped. I think it's helping. I agree with that. Okay, guys, got a couple more questions. These are more like true or false. These last two. In bowling, making 3 strikes in a row is called a turkey.
True
or false? Okay.
True.
Everybody got that? Okay.
Yeah, true. It's definitely true.
Yeah, it is. Okay, my last one. I wasn't for sure if you guys would know that or not. I figured you would, but the last one, the Eiffel Tower. I can't fucking say it. The Eiffel.
The what? What the hell?
I've tried to say it. The fucking tower in France. What the fuck called?
The Eiffel Tower.
The Eiffel Tower. Yeah.
The Eiffel Tower grows taller in the summer. True or false?
He was called the Eiffel Tower. I get Alf.
Shut up! I'm a fucking Mexican hillbilly. Leave me the fuck alone.
I'm gonna say true because the heat expands the metal.
And here I'm thinking he was talking about the Leaning Tower of Pisa.
Yeah. Okay,
But
so Justin says true. What do you think, Chris? Does it grow taller in the summer?
I'm gonna say true.
Okay.
I'm gonna say false.
Okay. Warmer temperatures allow the tower to grow up to 6 inches taller during hot weather.
6 inches taller. Hell yeah!
I mean,
I just the opposite. I was like,
you get me hot and bothered, I grow 6 inches taller.
oh shit! Kind of like Rory McIlroy or something, huh?
Yeah, we'll send Glenn over to test that out.
Oh no!
No, I ain't testing nothing out.
All right, guys. You guys got anything before we get out of here?
Nah, that was a pretty good show tonight, man.
Yeah, I thought it went well. Again, check out the show we did yesterday. We had some technical difficulties with our guest, but he had some great stories talking about some of the wrestlers he's got to work with. He got to wrestle Vader 4 times, I believe he said, and it was very interesting. So I thought we had a really good show. Had a real good talk about wrestling and how promoters promote or don't promote.
I like how many people we pissed off yesterday.
I definitely just well, we got Justin. He's been part of promotion and stuff over here, and we just got to talking about of course Mr. Powers works for WCWO and behind the scenes and also wrestles and stuff, and they're just doing great things. I mean, they're probably do 150 shows this year. They're just a different type of promotion compared to most promotions in the Midwest, definitely. And there may be some other ones in the Midwest, so that's not fair. But I'll say in Indiana. In Indiana, most promotions run 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Some promotions may run 15 or 20 shows. I mean, there's some very good promotion out there. Emerge is one of the best promotions in Indiana. They don't run 100 shows a year, but they run some really, really good shows and draw a lot of fans.
And our guy House is affiliated with them, correct?
Yes. He does commentary, does some management, behind the scenes stuff for him. Yeah, so he's definitely associated with them also. Very good promotion, no doubt about it. But just got talking about that, how some promotions, the main thing was just how promotions don't promote. That's how it kind of started was, now things should be easier, in my opinion. And don't get me wrong, I think you still need to go grassroots and you need to put the flyers up everywhere you can and do as much promotion the old way too. But with Facebook, it should be so much easier to get it out there. And what I mean by that, if every single one of your wrestlers would promote on Facebook, I would think you would have a chance to hit a lot of people. And I don't think they do. I mean, I see very few wrestlers promote on Facebook. What do you think about that, Justin? We don't have to say any names.
I know, names. But I know. I don't have to say any names. I'm just trying to figure out ways to
say it.
To say it.
Yeah, and that was the same thing. I won't put in any promote. There's nothing wrong with being, and I want to make sure people understood that yesterday. I'm not saying that you're not a good promotion if you just run 10 or 12 shows a year. I'm not saying that. But that's a different level than somebody that runs 100 shows a year.
Yeah, I agree with that too. It is a different level, like especially if you're doing weekly shows. If you're doing weekly shows, you got to start planning. Like this show has to build for next show. What can we do for this show to draw these people in, and what can we do to promote that? And it's basically like you talk about. You don't see a lot of wrestlers promoting. Well, here's the thing: what show are they working for? And is that promoter, is the promoter sharing the shows? If the promoter is not sharing the show, why would me as your soldier want to do something that you're not doing? And like, I've been in I've been in conversations in the locker rooms where the meeting started off with, "Hey, I don't know how the door is going to start. I don't know how the door is going to go. I don't know how we didn't have that many pre-sales, so I'm not sure how the doors look. I don't know if there's going to be a guarantee today." That's not a conversation that somebody coming in expecting a payout is wanting to hear.
Yeah.
Okay, well, why didn't you? What happened? Why wasn't there promoting? Well, if you only share the flyer once 3 days before the show, then there's an issue. If only certain talent booked on that show was sharing, and not the whole talent, and not the whole roster is sharing, sharing a show or sharing the flyer, there's an issue. So there's plenty of ways you can work around it. Like social media is a great tool. You got Facebook, you got Facebook, you got Instagram, YouTube, you got TikTok, you got Snapchat, you got X. I mean, there's a whole bunch of them right here. Like you can take little reels and literally take the picture of the flyer, add a song, call it a reel, and place it on Facebook. You're advertising the show there. And some of these social media accounts or social media apps, they're all connected. Some of them are connected anyway. So you can share something on Facebook and have it share on Instagram at the exact same time, or vice versa. So there's things you can do on the social media world, but I, like you, Tony, I'm still old school too. Like when I promote, if I'm going to promote a show, I'm going to do it the new school way, connect with the new age, the millennials, do the social media, do the online stuff, but I'm still going to hit the paper. I'm still going to put the flyers up. I'm not going to do business.
Yeah. I was going to say, like that flyer that she had put out for the show back on the 4th, man, I probably would have went if it was a different time of the day, even though my car got canceled, that's something else. But I don't love it.
I've never. Go ahead.
But like it also depends on the size of the flyer. Like if you put up a business card flyer in a store and a place where nobody can see it, that's a big, that's a problem.
Yeah. But see, I've never, and I was going to say I've never promoted a show, but I have helped a couple of times. And one of the first things I did was I went into a printer place and I got all my flyers for free because I give that dude 4 tickets to the show. or they, and more people don't do. See, I see a lot of people put out flyers. Hey, man, be a sponsor for our show for $500. You get this, this, and this. Man, $500 is a lot of money anymore.
Mm-hmm.
It's hard to get a $500 sponsor, and I may be naive. I may be naive, but you tell me if I am, Justin. To me, I'd go somebody that I think might like. I'll use a place here that I know you used to sponsor, JD Byrider. Let's say them. Go in there to them, find somebody that maybe likes wrestling. Say, hey man, you sponsor our show $100. We'll put you on social media. We'll put your name up on a little banner or something. Maybe just one big banner with all the sponsors. But not only that, man, I'll give you 4 general mission tickets for free. And people are gonna say, well, that's great. Hey, them general mission tickets are only $10 a piece. He's giving you 100. You just made $60 for your show.
Yep.
You know that could be used to pay talent.
Actually, you made more than $60. You actually made more than 60 because when they come to the show, they're going to buy something at the concession stand.
Yeah, concession.
You know what I mean?
Maybe.
And even if they decide they're not going to come to the show, you still gave them
4 tickets. And those 4 tickets might turn into 8 people coming because he might be bringing his 2 kids and his kids bring their friends.
See, that's so the route I would go.
Then he ends up buying 2 or 3 tickets.
But see, I'm kind of.
It goes back to the thing: to make money, you got to spend money.
Yep.
You're not necessarily spending a lot of money there, but you're giving away a few free tickets to get the return, and the return is going to be worth more than what those tickets are.
Especially some venues that have bleacher seats, because I know a few venues that have bleacher seats or have a lot of seats. If you got a lot of seats and you got a lot of real estate, you got a lot to barter with. I understand if you only got an arena that only holds 120 people, you got to be careful with what you do with your seats because that real estate is important to you. But if you got an arena that holds 600 seats or hold 500 seats, man, anywhere where you can make an extra $20, do it.
Absolutely. I love me a good return on investment in that way.
I agree. But at the same time, you got to look at this too. Like there's some promotions out there that, they're like, oh, well, we're not making money. Well, let's change ticket prices. Let's raise them a little bit. Let's raise them and let's get rid of the 5 and under free and just charge everybody tickets. And look what happened now. But then again, you don't promote your shows. You don't do anything like that. So ticket sales are starting to fall. But if you try to, my biggest thing is a lot of promoters do nowadays is they try to nickel and dime people. Like, you can't sit there and say, hey, we're going to promote this and we're going to charge this for charge an extra this on top of your ticket for doing this.
Yes.
Why?
Yes.
Why? Why am I? What? Why?
No, the main thing is just get them in the door and buy your concessions and help your wrestlers out and buy merch. Don't add other stuff on. I agree with that 100%. But yeah, man, if the main thing you've got is real estate, find a way to use that every bit of that real estate to make money.
And I always learned, and I learned this down south whenever I went down to Georgia and wrestled. Like even their shows. Like, you go down to Georgia, I shit you not, and every 10 miles or every 5 miles, probably, you could probably go to every, well, I wouldn't say every other corner, but yeah, every 5 miles or so, there's a wrestling promotion going on. There's a wrestling promotion doing this, doing that. Like, it's so big down there, but they'll sit there and they'll have trainees and just put on luchador masks and hold up signs and have arrows pointing, hey, wrestling here, wrestling here.
And there's a point about that, Justin, is some people don't want multiple promotions in one area. We've got multiple promotions in Muncie right now. We had DCCW. Now we got another one, and plus we have another promotion. I'll say the name. I don't give a IPW. So now we got 3 promotions. But before we had 2, and of course one didn't want the other one here. This is my town bullshit. To be completely honest, when both of those promotions were running and both at full strength, they were both making more money. Now that DCCW don't run as much, the other one's a new promotion, so they've only ran November and getting ready to run again. Really, the town's not as strong as it was. I think they were making more money when everybody was healthy.
Mm-hmm.
That's just my opinion.
Well, and that's another thing that I try to a lot of people don't realize too is the territories are dead. Like Vince McMahon Jr. killed the territories.
Yeah.
Oh, well, even Vince Sr., I guess. They killed the territories, so the territories are done. Like if we can if you want to run a show in my town and you want to continue running shows in my town, let's work together. You know, that's how I look at it. Like if I'm running shows before you and you say, "Hey, I want to start up a promotion in your show," hey, let's work together. Let's try to run. You know, I'll let you do your thing, you do my thing. Let's trade. You know, let's trade talent a little bit, or then we can start cross promoting and build a wrestling fan base and community, not just for your show, not just for my show, but both communities. That way, they both have something to enjoy when I can't run or you can't run.
Well, let's use Marion because we was just there. Let's use Marion as an example. So you could take 4, 5, 6 wrestlers from Marion, 8 wrestlers, whatever, and put them on DCCW show, and have those wrestlers wrestle some DCC, or maybe not even have maybe just wrestle Marion wrestlers. People don't need and promote, pass out flyers for Marion, help promote their show. It's only 45 minutes away.
Mm-hmm.
It may help them, and the same for Muncie. You send some Muncie wrestlers over there. I mean, if you work together, there's ways to work together and self-promote and make shows better. I mean, I would love to see 4 or 5 promotions go together, find a central location, put on a big old show together. Like, for example, like what you guys tried to do. I know you guys didn't get other promotions, but you had a great big football field. If you could get 4 or 5 promotions together that was centrally located for 3 or 4 promotions, you could put on a huge show and maybe. But the problem is promoters. Well, my wrestler's got to win, or how are we going to break up the money? I want more share, or they just unfortunately egos get in the way.
It is. It's the egos and like I said, it starts at the top. I don't know if you've seen the documentary yet. I don't even know if it's came out yet. It's called The Heartbreak Kid, Sean. The Heartbreak Kid becoming. Okay, it's not out yet. Becoming Sean. There's a snippet in there where Ethan Page is getting ready to do his match against somebody. I think it's Ricky Saints, and he was getting ready to do put the chair over the chest or whatever, and he was nervous about doing it. And Sean's like, "All right, well, just do it on me then." And he got down and do it. And Ethan Page, from that day on, whatever that man needs, I'm going to do it, because for that man to be willing to get down there and get dirty and help us,
yeah,
it means more to me. So that's why I say, like, it starts from the top. If the promoter's going to run a show, you got to be able to promote too. So you can't promote a show days before the show. It's got to be from the moment that first show's or that show's over to the next show. You got to start promoting, bam, bam, bam.
Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, we was talking about WCWO. They do their first show of the month, their second show, their third show, and their last show of the month is their big blow-off show. So what they do monthly, they're building up to the big blow-off. So all the storylines for that month is to build to the big show, and then they start over again the next cycle. And some may run over, because you may have a feud that may go 2 or 3 months, but you know what I mean. I mean, it runs a cycle. It runs a beginning, a middle, and an end, and then you start over.
They got the best cheese fries in the business.
They got a good concession stand, that's for sure.
Oh, absolutely.
We got off the subject. We'll get out of here.
Yeah.
We appreciate everybody watching, and we'll be back tomorrow with Hot Seat with OG Tony and the gang at 10 o'clock. Also, Chris, tomorrow, the new show, 8 o'clock. I can't remember the name of it, so you tell them the name of it.
I can't remember the name.
It's called Gonzo. Whatever the fuck. Honestly.
When we just talk about promoting, you can't promote if you don't know the name of the show. Now, come on now.
You're in charge of this show. I need to write down that damn name.
It's GWR Pro Wrestler Spotlight, and our first guest is going to be Brody Botkins. And the way the show is going to work is we're going to watch some shows. It might be one match, some shows it might be 2 or 3. It just depends on how long the matches are. We're going to watch a match of the rest, one of their matches with them, and get their reaction to it, and our reaction kind of live. The one we're actually going to do this week,
Justin, you're in this match.
Justin Terrell is in it. It's Fans Bring the Weapons match. From what I think, probably about 6 years ago.
Oh fuck!
At least.
I don't.
I know it was before we started doing our show, so it has to be at least 5.
It was before the Carver Center, so definitely, yeah. I want to say 19.
Somewhere between 5 to 7 years ago, probably.
Okay. Yeah.
But yeah, that's going to be the match. So Brody will join us. We'll watch it. We'll talk about it. It kind of be like a reaction show,
right?
And then we'll see. And we're going to do different wrestlers. We're going to do it once a month.
Once a month. Yep, once a month. Second Wednesday of every month.
So yeah. So tomorrow night, 8:00. Should be a fun show. I've heard a lot of good things about that match. It's actually my first time watching the match as well.
Yeah,
so,
me too.
So you'll get our live reaction.
I seen a little clip.
Hear Brody's take on the match.
Yeah,
as being somebody involved in it. So
I know what Brody's take is. Them other two guys suck.
I think this show has a chance to be pretty good because, like I said, we got a lot of matches. We got a lot of matches just on our YouTube page with a lot of the independent guys that we could pull up and watch with them, and so I think this could be a good show to hopefully build and get growth
and help independent wrestling. That's what GWR. I mean, Gonzo's Sports Room. We have fun and talk sports, but GWR, our goal is to help independent wrestling. All right, guys, let's get out of here. Everybody have a great night, and we'll see everybody tomorrow night for a hot seat with OG Tony and the new show at 8 p.m.
The new show. They still don't know the name.
GWR Pro Wrestler Spotlight. 8 p.m. I got it. What's the new Sunday show? GWR Pro Wrestling, right? Wrestling Showcase. Is that going to be what that is?
Well, I actually thought about maybe changing that because after I thought about it, instead of being the Pro Wrestling Showcase, I thought about calling it GWR Vault.
Okay, I think I like that better.
Since we're going to be doing matches like our old stuff like that, I figured I thought maybe that'd be a better name than that one.
Okay.
Or you guys
agree
think?
with that?
Yeah, especially if it's just GWR stuff.
What about you think GWR Vault or GWR Independent Wrestling Vault?
I would just say Vault, the GWA Vault. Yeah, just the shows that you guys have done.
And he's going to start that on Sunday, the last Sunday of the month. I think the 20, whatever that is, 26th. I think he's going to start that, and that's going to be every Sunday, I believe.
I thought we said I thought we were doing that twice a month. I thought it was
every Sunday, but
I'm pretty sure we decided to go
twice a month. Okay,
twice a month to start out, and then go from there.
If you're gonna do that, won't you just start at May?
I can't remember. I have to look at I have to look at my notes from the meeting to make sure.
Okay.
I might be wrong.
If it is every 2 weeks, just start at May, the first Sunday in May. Then
I was thinking. Can you remember, Justin? I was thinking
I do not remember. I've been dropped on my head too many times.
I don't know because it involved me, but that's just me being.
So basically, at the meeting, you were just sitting there not paying attention.
Yeah, unless it has something to do with me, then yeah. In your case, you're right.
But no, we appreciate everybody watching. Please hit the subscribe button on YouTube, and we will see you guys tomorrow.
Yeah, I don't